Hello, boss lady. Thanks for the likes, folks. I just had a reading with one of the Oakbridge students today. And how did it go, JT? She was super sweet. I'm glad I was able to sit with her. Amazing. Okay. Hey, Janelle. I know I've been gone a bit. I was traveling and working in Sacramento area. But I'm back now. Hey, Erica. What's Oakbridge? Oakbridge is my online school that I do with Medium, Megan, and Lisa. For those of you who know her, we have other teachers there too, like Christine Parkin. And we have other guest teachers. So it's my school for mediumship and psychic development. And right now we have our advancing students, so students who have been with us for about 2 years now, who are doing work with the public. And so they offer very affordable readings, $35 readings for 30 minutes, and they are really good. They're great readings, high quality readings for a very affordable price. And so I definitely recommend checking them out. Yeah. So, Diane, you can absolutely do that. You can do that at oakbridgeinstitute.org. And then if you go up to the top, you'll see where it says book a reading or something like that. I think it says book a reading. Let me check because I don't remember. What do you say, Okie Bridges? Yeah, it says book a reading, and that's where you can book a reading with one of our advancing students. Do I still have openings this Wednesday? I don't know. I'd have to look. I think so. I think one can book with me this Wednesday. Not 10 a.m. though, because I know I'm supposed to move a reading to that time. In fact, let me do that now since I'm sitting here at my computador. Because I don't want to have someone accidentally book in there and then I have to do some movement of people. Yeah, it looks like I do have a availability on Wednesday. So if you do want to book there, you can. That's the second. Okay, there we go. So now one can't book at 10 a.m. So that's good. So I do have availability Wednesday if one is interested in booking it. Oh, Pep the haircut. Wait, what's Pep mean? What's Pep mean? Is this a new Gen Z thing? I don't know. Because y'all got a lot of language. Where can you get the list for what, Erica? For the student sitters or student readings? Elena, I always watch on TikTok. Happy to see you here on Facebook. Thanks. Yeah. Glad to be here. Oh, peep means to see, right? Yeah, it's haircut, but I just worked out, so my hair's kind of crazy. So this is the craziness of my hair, in case you want to see that. So yeah, this is what the lovely locks are doing at the moment. They're crazy lovely locks, but they're lovely. Still looks good all sweaty and all, thanks. You love my hair. Thanks, Zach. Thanks. Yeah, the website is oakbridgeinstitute.org. Yeah, Erica, oakbridgeinstitute.org. And then you click on the top thing, it'll say book a reading, and you can book a reading with one of our advancing students. Hi, Sherry. Days go by, I can feel them flying like a hand out the window as the cars roll by. Any classes coming up? We might have another spirit art workshop, which is going to be pretty cool at Oak Bridge. What else is coming up at Oak Bridge? That's a good question. I know we have our weekly Sunday morning circles at 10 a.m. So that's still happening. And then what else do we have? What else? Our right now we're kind of in the middle of like a term, if you will, because we're on foundations. We've already completed foundations 1. We're in foundations 2 right now, so we're waiting on that. Alena says, "I didn't write you. January I'm in." Okay, great. You just got out of circle? Yeah, we have our practice circles as well that are there. I'm glitching so bad. Am I glitching for anyone else? Am I glitching for anyone else? Nope. Doesn't look like it. Okay, that might mean your internet's doing some wild things. That might be the internet on your end. Hello, Anne. Hello, Anne. Nice to see you. I don't know if you're still watching on the Facebook, but nice to see you. I hope you had a good journey. We're going to have to catch up on how that trip went if you're still watching. So yeah, I just thanks for the likes, folks. If we can get to 10,000, that would be awesome on the Tickety Talks. What was I going to say? Oh, I did my first healing demonstration in person this last weekend, which was really awesome. Actually, yesterday, funnily enough, feels like a long time ago, but it was yesterday, which was really awesome. Hi, Mina. Nice to have you here. I am going to be doing readings. I haven't done any readings just yet. I'm kind of waiting for the caffeine to kick in, and then I'll start doing readings. Yeah, so the healing went really well. I'm bummed and kicking myself that I didn't record it because it was awesome to see the immediate results. Obviously, you guys see that me working on that when I do my lives here and I do healings here, seeing the immediate results and people having some amazing results happening. What was cool, though, is to kind of everybody in the room watching and literally watching someone's arm kind of not be able to do this, and then they're going like this, and then there's no pain, and all of those things. So it was really quite cool to see that. Hello, Channy. Hello, Joe. Hello, Anna. Hello, Carissa. Carissa, have I read you before? I feel like I've read you before. Your name looks so familiar. Quackhead said, "Michael, you did a TikTok mediumship reading for me. So far, all the future stuff has been 100% accurate." Well, thanks. I don't often get a lot of feedback from people, so it's always nice when I get feedback and people are saying good things. Bailey's great. Bailey is doing really good. So all that's behind me. Anna Wood, welcome from Canada. Oh, Canada. So I do this every Monday. We had a small chat before through Facebook. Okay, so that must be why. Why it looks familiar. Yeah, so it was a good experience. Very good experience, and I'll be doing a lot more of those. I would love to do more live and in-person events. So if you are a person connected to a spiritual community, and you would like me to come to your spiritual community and demonstrate mediumship, healing, do a workshop, something like that, do let me know. Um, Definitely willing to fly to wherever you are to do that. So, because that was a really, really great experience, really fun. Okay. Thanks for the likes, folks. Oh, we're almost at 10,000. Thanks so much on the Tickety Talks. Would love to hear more about your healing. Yeah. So basically what I do is I bring through energy. It's not Reiki, it's not healing touch, it's not pretty much anything like that. It's its own weird thing that happens to work, and it gets very good immediate results. And I'm able to help people with pain, oftentimes help people with nerve pain, injuries, back pain, pain in general, numbness, and what do you call that when you can't feel things? Not numbness, but neuropathy. All kinds of things, menstrual issues, just tons of things. There's tons of things that I can help with. How'd you discover it? I learned it through Charlie Goldsmith and watched some of his videos, and then went and saw him live and figured out kind of how he was doing it. And I was like, oh, I think you just do this. And that suddenly started working. Yeah, can you help hormonal issues? I've worked on people's hormones for sure. I have one person who I've worked on their PCOS, and they now have periods with absolutely no pain and complete regularity. Hi, Gia. Hey, Peggy. Anna, I'm located in Orange County, California. Neuropathy. Do you have a quick tip for that? Yeah. So if you're doing the methods, I know that you know how to do this. My tip would be, if you're working energetically on neuropathy, what I do is I focus in on the nerves, and then I kind of turn them gold, if that makes sense. Like, I kind of take the energy, and it's a healing energy. The intention is healing, to like regenerate and reinvigorate and recreate those. And so what I do is I kind of focus on, building the energy with the intention of what I want the energy to do. And then I take it to the nerve, and I see the nerves, whatever the nerves are, and I kind of flood the nerves with this golden healing energy. And then I take the nerve endings of it, and I try to like recreate them, like regenerate the nerve endings. And then also what tends to work is kind of like brushing back and forth between those nerve endings. Okay, Melly, I'll see you in 20. At those nerve endings. So I kind of like run the energy back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then I also take that connection and I work it backwards to the brain and back down to wherever it is. Like if it's in the feet, I'll take the focus at the nerve endings there. Oftentimes I'll also light that whole foot up with gold and healing, and then I'll bring it back up to the head and bring it back down, bring it back up and bring it back down. Almost as if I'm trying to reconnect the circuits, if you will. So I'm trying to create new dendrites and things like that. And I'm trying to reinvigorate the wire, if you will, and any damage and clear that. And then I take that back up to the brain to like complete sort of the communication. So that's how I often work with neuropathy, and that helps most of the time. Yeah, so let me know if that works for you. Janelle, I'd love to know if you end up getting that to work using that technique. Yeah, I think I might do mediumship tonight. I just need to get into the zone. I've been kind of allergy-y or something. I don't really know. And that's kind of made me feel a little bit muffled in my connection. So you're suffering from neuropathy terribly too. That sounds amazing. I'm feeling hopeless. Jennifer, what's the underlying cause of what's causing your neuropathy? Are you doing mediumship sessions right now with loved one? Yeah, I'm going to likely be doing mediumship tonight. I dreamed with my deceased dad that he was dead and agonizing with life still. It was hard to witness. Not sure if he was trying to tell me something that's happened yesterday. Okay, can you open the spinal canal, like heal stenosis, to avoid surgery? I have done some helpful things with those kinds of things, and I do try to open the spinal canal and do all that sort of thing. And sometimes that works. To me, your healing is amazing to watch. Thank you. Can you help with nervous system being in flight or fight chronically? I can definitely try, Al, for sure. Do you do it live? Yeah, I do it here. You're here. This is where I do it oftentimes. Have you worked with anyone with CPRS, central pain regional disorder? I had never worked with anyone with that, but I'm willing to give it a shot. Oh, wow. If you record healing, please post it. I think there's some on my YouTube, actually. I think some of these lives I've done a healing in them. I think in the last one, I'm not sure. But I'm going to probably do it tonight, so you'll get to watch it if you're here. If you're not following me, do give me a follow. Where's my tea? Today I'm having this Chipotle iced tea. How would I get you to do a healing for me? So either in this live, or you can just email me at mediummichaelmayo@gmail.com and request a healing. Where's your teams? Are there? Oh yeah, they are bad this year. Any thoughts on using Reiki in conjunction with EFT? What's EFT? Describe EFT for me. Are you mediumship spirit-led? Yes. When I do mediumship, yes. Multiple system atrophy with Parkinson's and brain injury from coma. So much pain. Oof. Okay, Jennifer. Well, maybe we can try to work on you tonight. Are you going to do any mediumship readings? Probably. Most likely. Oh, okay, the tapping. I mean, personally, I haven't. I don't think I have an opinion on whether that helps. Fertility, I have not specifically worked on, but I have helped with like menstrual PCOS, endometriosis sort of things. So I would assume that it could also work there, but I'd have to experiment. I don't have examples to point to, but I'm definitely down to experiment. Have you worked on healing with someone with depression and anxiety, or just physical pain? Yes, I have. I have helped with depression and anxiety for sure. But I tend to think for those kinds of things, there's dealing with what the underlying issue is really the biggest thing. What is the issue? If it's a brain chemical thing, I think that's definitely something that hopefully I could support in. But also kind of dealing with the trauma, the challenges, definitely is a good thing. So yeah. So why don't we actually have someone come up, since everybody seems to wanting to see some healing. There's some mediumship interest and some healing interest. So I will definitely try to do both of those tonight. But why don't we start off with healing here, and then we'll work our way into some mediumship, if that's cool. Okay, Jennifer. Let's go ahead and bring you up then. Are you comfortable with me doing it in the live, or would you rather me work on you privately, Jennifer? You're okay live? Okay. So what we'll do is we'll bring Jennifer up. We'll do a healing on her. Given the kind of things that you have, I suspect I may need to work on you multiple times, but we're going to see if we can get anything to help with the pain that you're currently feeling, if we can get any movement. An important thing to know, well, I'll explain it when I bring you up. So let's start with that. If you are in my Facebook or YouTube or Instagram. Oh shit, I haven't been ignoring my Instagram people. So sorry, Instagram people. I literally forgot. Oh, good thing you haven't really been saying much. So, oh, there's only 5 of you, so perfect. Okay, so I'm not as neglectful as I thought I was. Okay, so let's do this. Let's bring you up on the Tickety Talks, and we'll go from there. Lola, I don't really do like diagnoses of any kind. So if you're saying, can you see what is causing so much inflammation? I don't do that. I don't tell you what you have. I just try to help you with managing the issue. So yeah, because as it turns out, I'm not a doctor. So yeah, okay. So let's start with a healing. Where did Jennifer go? There you are. So sorry for my folks on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. You're only going to be able to hear her, but don't worry. Most people can only hear them. So yeah. Hi.
Hi.
I would say how are you doing, but I have a sense that I know how you're doing.
Yeah, not good. I feel like this is just an absolute blessing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. So I'm going to explain to you kind of what I have. You ever seen me do a healing before by chance?
No.
Oh,
no, not at all.
Okay, so you've never seen me, so welcome. I'm excited to work with you, Jennifer, and we'll see what we can do. So I'll go over a little bit of what's going to happen, but I do want to quickly, just really quick, ask my Instagram, YouTube, Facebook people: do you hear her when she's speaking? I just want to make sure that you guys can hear her. Okay. So just let me know in the chat. So I hear you perfectly, but I just want to make sure that they can still hear you because I have an external microphone, and I just want to make sure that they can hear you. Okay, yeah, they're saying yes, they can. Okay, fabulous. So what's going to happen, Jennifer, is I am going to first I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions to just get an idea of what's going on with you, and then I'm going to do my healing, and hopefully we get some results. Now, a couple of things you need to know about the healing. Number one, it works some kind of improvement, even a small amount of improvement in 90% of people. So 90% of people, we get improvement of pain and whatever the issue is immediately in about 90% of people. But the people who have like even a bigger result is far higher. That's about 80% of people. So that's number one. Number two, however, if even just because I get you somewhere today, like in this moment, if it does work, we don't know how long that's going to last. So we're going to have to observe over the next 24 hours how long it lasts for. So can I get rid of someone's pain for 24 hours? Sure. But could it come back? Absolutely. So we need to observe and see if it's going to come back. Okay. So I will be in contact with you after this and potentially give you another session if we need it, one or two more. But given the kind of issues that I know you're dealing with, well, I'll probably have to see you a few times, but we'll see. Does that make sense so far?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Yes, it does. And I have some comprehension issues, so if I don't understand, I might ask.
I love that. I'm very open to questions and whatever you need to ask, so don't worry. Second, the way that this works is I'm going to do a bunch of different techniques, and I'm going to check in with you after each technique to see if it's making any result. If something's not working, I need you to be honest. So you won't embarrass me, you won't make me feel bad, you don't have to say sorry. If it's not working, I just need to know that, because if it's not, I need to try something else. And then if that doesn't work, I need to try something else. And if that doesn't work, I need to try something else until I find something that does work. Once I find something that is working, I'm going to keep doing that because that's getting us progress, right? So it can take a little bit of time to find something that works. Hopefully I will find one of my techniques works for you to help you with the pain that you're dealing with. A good example of this is one of the people that I worked on had no taste because of COVID, long COVID, and I was able to bring their taste back. But I did 8 techniques, and it was number 7 that worked. So there's it took us a bit to get there, but eventually we did, and that was great. So does all that make sense? I just need your honest feedback.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay. That's pretty much everything. Do you have any questions for me?
No, you ran it all. I just feel excited and blessed.
Awesome. Well, my hope is that it works, because again, there are some people that it does not. Let me close this door really quick because there's a lot of sounds going on over here. Yeah, so some people it doesn't work on. Hopefully you're not one of those people.
No, I describe myself as like someone who's easily suggestible. Like I wouldn't read the side effects on medication because I'm afraid I'd get it.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm easily suggestible and somewhat of maybe an empath. I can like read my kids, feel, I don't know.
Sure. Well, the nice thing is, I
don't think this will work.
the nice thing is whether you were suggestible or not, if it's going to work, it's going to work. So even if you were a total skeptic, it would absolutely still work if it's going to work. So that's the nice thing. So, but it just depends. I don't know the reason why some people it works really well on and other people it doesn't. But most people it works well on. So, okay. So Jennifer, what I need to hear from you then is what's going on, what are your issues, and then do you have a measurable pain level right now that I can work on?
Oh gosh. My pain is really bad. It's probably honestly like a 7 right now.
Mm-hmm.
I have neuropathy really bad. I can't see out of one eye very well, so I'm straining a lot.
Which eye you can't see out of?
My left eye I can't see well out of. My neck is degenerated. I have a lot of pain going up my neck. I'm supposed to get an epidural next week because I'm hurting just so badly. My neck is so compromised. I don't have any feeling in either of my hands, especially like in the morning. Just the pain that radiates down my hand, both of my hands. More, I guess, maybe on my right, maybe more. But the pain that radiates down my arms is really bad. My right leg, I don't have any feeling in. It's not like it's paralyzed. It's just kind of dead neuropathy. So I swing it when I try to walk, and my right hip hurts really badly. And I've been trying to take care of my mom who needs surgery on Friday.
Oh my
so
gosh.
I'm really stressed out on top of it.
Wow, Jennifer, that's a lot. What are the underlying causes? So, like, what is creating this for you? Do you know?
Well, it goes all the way back to we had a stillborn son, and they shouldn't have given me an epidural. It dropped my blood pressure too much, and that destroyed my pituitary gland.
Okay.
And nobody wanted to say anything until I went into a coma from it. And that's why I went into the coma, and it did a whole. I got a fever of like 105. It did a whole lot of damage, and when I came out of that, I didn't have any use of my leg. I couldn't see. I was really messed up. And then I ended up getting the diagnosis of multiple system atrophy when I got like a tremor in my right hand. I just started showing signs of mental decline. So I went to a specialist and he diagnosed me with multiple system atrophy. And I'm on oxygen. I'm beating the odds actually, but I'm in a lot of pain right now. Yeah. So I try to limit many pharmaceuticals I put in. I try to use more natural, like CBD, and I use med marijuana. To be honest, I use anything that's not a pharmaceutical because I feel like a lot of pharmaceuticals.
Okay.
Will work well with me.
Yeah. Well, I'm really glad that we brought you up because if I can do anything to help you, that would make me really, really happy, given that you're dealing with so much. So,
Well, I have seizure disorder now from the coma too. So
can I
I've been
ask
having
how long ago was this? When did this happen?
um 2014.
And you were fine before that point?
Um, we lost our son in 2008, but I went that long without a pituitary gland, wondering why I was so sick. So,
So let me understand this. You still have a pituitary gland, it's just not functioning?
no. It's still there, but it's non-existent. Yeah, no, it got fried when we lost our son in 2008.
Okay, gotcha.
So I basically went into full blown menopause, and they just called me crazy.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to work on you, and we're going to see if we can get any change. So right now, what's the things that are bothering you the most? What's the most obvious thing to you?
The pain in my neck and down my arms. Like it's like I'm trying to figure out where I can set my phone.
Yeah, put your phone down because you don't have to. You don't have to look at me. I don't have to see you. Obviously, you're not on there. So this is your cervical spine.
Yes.
And do you know specifically which vertebrae are going out, or
2 and 3, I believe.
okay. What is the pain level right now for the cervical spine?
Yeah.
What's the pain level on a scale of 1 to 10? If 0 is no pain and then 10 is the worst pain you've ever had, what's the pain level?
Between a 6 and a 7 right now. That's why I was on there saying I was feeling hopeless. I've been suffering terribly. And I called my doctor and said I need an epidural. I can't deal. I usually don't think doing that. That's how bad it is.
Okay. And then as far as your numbness in your hands, you mentioned left and right hand. What are you noticing as far as if a 0 is full feeling and 10 is complete numbness? What are we feeling right now?
So I'm holding my phone, a 9 on my left, and about 8 or 9 on my right, honestly.
Okay, so both of them are 9s. And then how about in your right leg? You said there was some neuropathy. And that's
the only thing, and that is my right hip that hurts.
So the hip hurts, but as far as like, I think you said you had to like swing your leg when you're walking.
I don't have any much feeling. I don't have any feeling in it, so I swing it around until my right hip is hurting terribly.
So would you say that leg is at a 10 as far as like numbness, neuropathy level?
Oh yeah, that's full 10 all the time.
Okay, and then
pains, but it's dead.
How about your hip pain? What's your hip pain right now?
About a 4.
Okay, so not too much right now on that.
I'm laying down, thank goodness, right now.
Okay. If you walk around though, you would feel it, correct?
Oh yes.
Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm not going to ask you to walk around right now, but if we do start getting some improvement, are you comfortable to where you could take a few steps for us and just test it?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, cool. Because I can get oftentimes some relief, and people are always like, oh, that's good enough, and I'm like, no, I need to know when it's the worst, and I want to try to make even the worst better, right? So I do want to know if you can do that. Do you have a way of testing your left eye, like to see better, or would you notice?
Absolutely.
Okay, so if 10 is like I can't see anything, and 0 is I have perfect 20/20, what is the left eye right now?
That's hard because I've never really done that before.
I know, right? It is a little
I
difficult.
guess like a 7. I mean, I definitely can see the shape of everything, but I couldn't read or anything like that by any means.
Okay. Do you have anything around you can read, just in case, like if we want to test it?
Oh yeah, I mean, I can close that eye and I can sit here and I can sort of read the other things to be able to base it off of. And yeah, I've got something near me I can grab too.
Perfect. Okay, great. This is all just so we have something to test. Would you say that before your son passed, you were in much better health?
Oh gosh, yes.
Okay.
I was in great health. I mean, I've always had an underlying autonomic nervous system dysfunction. That's why I could never have an epidural. I had all my kids without an epidural, and unfortunately, I didn't catch them giving it to me with our son when he was stillborn. We just didn't catch it.
Sure.
So it wasn't part of the plan.
Yeah. What's the autonomic nervous system disorder? Is that the multiple system atrophy, or did that come after?
No, just something genetic I was born with, passed it on to all my kids. Just a problem with like our blood pressure and we pass out. I guess with my girls' hormonal irregularities, but it was basically the biggest problems with maintaining our blood pressure and heart rate.
Okay. And do you have do you know what your blood pressure is right now? Is that something you're dealing with even still?
I don't know what it is. My cuff is over there, but I'd say it's probably, even though I'm in pain, on the low side because of my disorder. My blood pressure runs low.
Okay.
I can take it though if you want to know.
Part of me wants to, but the other part's like, well, we have enough on this thing that we can work on. I don't know if I want to push you to like get up and go do that right now.
It's not that far.
Okay.
Not that far.
Why don't we do that? Why don't we just do that? I mean, it's always nice to have objective numbers. So.
Here, I'll get it for you. Oh. I might know myself, to be honest.
Yeah, of course. So while Jennifer's doing that, everybody in the chat, if you want to send some likes, you can do that. If you want to send Jennifer some love, I think she could probably take all the love she can get. So any good, loving energy and thoughts to Jennifer, let's definitely send that to her as well.
It ran out of batteries on me. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. That is totally fine. That's hilarious.
I can't believe it. I'm so sorry.
You're totally fine, Jennifer. I appreciate you getting up and doing this. So I just want you to know that everybody is sending so much love to you right now, Jennifer. Like in all the different social media platforms, everybody is sending you so much love. So if that's all we can send you today, then great. But my hope is we can get some movement in at least some of these things. I don't know that I'll be able to do anything, but I'm willing to try and see if we can do anything. Okay.
I am willing to try too. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're so welcome.
Thank you.
Of course, my pleasure. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start working, and I want you to, if you're noticing anything, feel free to actually just speak out loud. You won't interrupt me or anything like that. If you start noticing any pain reduction anywhere, if you start noticing any energetic sensations or anything like that, do say out loud what you're experiencing, because it can be helpful. Sometimes if I like switch what I'm doing suddenly, if like it might correlate to exactly when I started doing something, and that will tell me it's working. So feel free to say that. Okay. I'm gonna do first couple ones are gonna be more of like a overall sort of thing, and then if those aren't doing much, then I'm gonna go into more specifics and kind of break everything down. Okay, so let's just see what happens, all right? Okay, so just give me a minute. Okay, Jennifer, that's the first technique that I was doing. I want you to just check in, and I want you to see how any of the numbers. So, how is your? Are you noticing any difference in any of it?
I started feeling some more like tingling down my hands.
Good. How about?
Kind of like I don't know, kind of like my hands are warming up a little bit.
Okay.
Getting some tingling to them.
Okay, that's fine. How about any of the pain levels right now? Did it make any difference to? I can break it down. Eye feels the same, or did any change?
Honestly, I still feel pressure in my head. I didn't feel too much in my head, to be honest.
It's okay. You only ever have to be honest. All I care about is whether the technique is working or not. So what I want to know is, so you'd say your eye is still a 7, correct?
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not used to checking my eye. I don't know. My eye.
Oh, I think you muted yourself. Hold on. There you go. You're back.
I had an alarm going off. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I had to mute it. Am I still here?
Yep, you're still here.
Okay. I'm sorry about that.
So if you check your eye, your left eye right now, or your left eye, would you say it's about the same, or is there any difference?
I think it's a bit better.
Is it a 6.5, a 6? What would you say?
Like I said, I'm not used to checking it, but I'd say it's more like a 6 because I think things are more defined than usual on my left eye. I'm not used to checking my left eye.
Yeah. And then how about the cervical neck? Is it still a 7, or is there any change? That might be a bit better. I think the fact that I still have a headache and pressure in my head. Oh, you didn't mention the headache. Let me write that down. Hold on. I'm sorry. Headaches are easy. That's an easy one for me. How bad is the headache right now?
Oh, that's part of what's making the back of my neck jacked up too. I feel like they're combined. It goes from my forehead all the way around to the back of my head. Like my whole scalp hurts.
Yeah.
My whole scalp hurts.
Okay. And what's the pain level? If 0 is no pain and 10 is the worst pain.
That's up there. That's like at the 7. That's the whole thing's a 7. My head's a 7.
Perfect. Good to know. And then, so the neck is still a 7, or is it any different?
No, I thought maybe my neck might have eased up a bit, but it's just my head is still so heavy.
So it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll put just 6.5 just because I know that it's difficult to tell. As far as the numbness in your hands, is it still a 9 on both?
Well, like I said, I started feeling some tingling. So I take it, if I've got tingling, I take it down to that.
Okay, would you make it an 8.5?
I'll put an 8.
Okay. And then how about the right leg? Is it still quite numb? Do you notice any difference?
Yeah, no difference really there.
Okay, 10.
No.
And then the hip is a 4? It was a 4 before, so I'm just checking what it is now.
Yeah, I might feel a bit better. I don't know.
Okay, so I'm going to keep it at a 4 because if it is getting better, you'll notice. So
yeah.
Okay, so give me a second. I'm going to go to my next technique. Okay, I want to check in there. How's the head?
My ears started ringing.
Good.
Yeah, and it definitely released some pressure in my head. That was weird.
Good, that's what it's supposed to be doing.
My ears started ringing, and it definitely released some pressure in my head.
Is it still a 7, or is it gone down?
No, it's definitely gone down. It's definitely gone down. It's like taking the pressure off big time. So,
good. What's the number now? If it was a 7 before?
I'd say it's down to a 6. It's definitely down to a 6. I mean, we just literally just took the pressure off. It was wild. It was like starting to go around my ears. So it was weird.
It's supposed to do that. Check your eye. Let's cover the right eye and just see. Is it still a 6?
I'm not used to doing this. Things are more defined.
Okay.
So that's weird.
So is it a 5 then, would you say?
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't read with it, but things are definitely more defined.
Okay.
That's for sure. Wow.
How about the neck pain? If it was a 6.5 we gave it last time, is it still a 6.5?
Yeah, No, that went down with the head pressure. Thank goodness.
Okay,
Thank you.
so what is it? What is it now?
Um,
If you just check in with yourself, what is it? What would you say it is in this moment?
so that it's silly not back there.
I know sometimes it's hard to tell when you have multiple things going on.
I don't know. Honestly, that's still around 6, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's a hot spot.
Don't worry. I haven't done anything that is directed specifically to that yet. So I'm just seeing if these broader ones are making any progress, and it sounds like they're making some. So that's good.
And my hands are definitely tingling a lot more too.
Good.
I don't know if you're doing anything on that end
Yeah.
or what, but my hands.
Yeah, I was. That's something I was working on simultaneously. So what would you say they are now, if you could judge that?
Gosh, now I'd almost give it more like a 6 because I can actually, I'm more with my right, it's probably more like a 6.
Good. And then how about that right leg? Is it still a 10?
Yeah. I mean, it's dead. I'm used to it being dead.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm going to still try to make it better anyway. And again, I have not done any of my specific work yet. And so this is just the preliminary stuff. So,
okay.
And then how about right hip pain? Is it still a 4?
I was sitting there just wiggling it around. Probably not. I could stand up. Hold on, I want to stand up.
Yeah, let's test it. Let's test it out.
Yeah, no, it's better. That is better.
Okay. What is it now?
My achy 2.
Oh, we like a 2. 2's good.
Yep, I'll take a 2. I'll take a 2.
Okay, we're going to see how much more we can go, okay? So we're going to do it again. I'm going to stick with the same thing I was just doing because we are making progress pretty much across the board. And this is the easiest one to do, so I'd rather keep it easy. And so let me just keep working here, okay? So you just keep relaxing. Go ahead and sit back down and relax.
Okay.
Okay, I want us to check there. So let's start with the head. How's your head?
I was starting to feel a little bit in my stomach. My stomach started going a little crazy there for a minute.
Absolutely happen. So if you check your head, it was a 6 before. What's the number now?
definitely going down. It's definitely going down. And I'm almost afraid to even call it a 5.
Okay. So 4.5?
I'll still call it a 5. I'll still call it a 5. I still got the knock back there. But that is good. That is good. Yeah, that's still really good.
Well, we're going to get that bad boy to 0 because headaches are nothing. I just haven't done anything that's specifically for that. So,
Okay.
So,
I just got the big knot in the back of my neck.
Yeah, we're going to still work on the knot.
Got rid of the pressure that was killing me and making it unbearable.
Yeah, let's talk about your neck then. Is it still a 6?
Yeah, I've got a big old knot sticking out towards the right-hand side of the right-hand side.
Yep.
The base of my skull.
Yep. And I wouldn't expect what I'm doing to necessarily help that. That's something I have to do a little more detailed work to usually get rid of. Check your left eye again. So try to read the comments and see what happens.
That's crazy. I can actually make out that there's words on a blanket, and I should be blind out of that eye.
Yeah. Return the sight. That's what we're gonna make the blind see again. What number would you say it is? If it was a 5 before, what would you call this now?
I'm not even used to being able to see out of my eye. That's crazy. I mean, I couldn't read anything, but I can make out that there's letters. I can make out that they're actually supposed to be words and not just shapes. You know what I mean? I'm used to just seeing shapes and colors.
Yeah.
I can actually make out that there's supposed to be words there. I can't read it, but I can tell that there's supposed to be words.
Good. That's okay. Was it so? What I want you to compare is last time to this time. Is it improved at all?
Yes.
Okay. And how much clearer would you say it is?
I don't know. I'm not good at remembering things.
No, that's okay. No, I'm just saying what I want to know is if it was a 6 before, how would you rate the improvement? Half a point, 1 point, a whole point.
I'll give it a whole point.
We love that. Okay. And then how about the numbness? Hands. They were 6s before. What are they now?
I'd say my right hand is probably at a. No, I'll give them both at like a 5. I can actually feel.
Good.
I can actually feel.
Okay. How's our leg?
It's the same.
Okay, that's okay. Again, I haven't done anything specific yet. And then right hip pain. Do you want to stand up for a second and just check that?
Well, I said so about my achy too. I'm happy. It's been killing me.
Okay, good. So it's staying at the 2, yes?
Well, I don't know. I guess it could be a bit better.
Okay, we'll give it a 1.5. How about that?
Yeah, that sounds good.
I know sometimes it's hard to tell when you're so used to having pain. It's a little difficult, and then sometimes you have to move around to sort of really notice.
I know that's what I'm doing. I was swinging my hips a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I'm going to give it one more go doing this general stuff because that is still making progress. And then I'm going to break it down into more specifics. But since we're making some progress, I don't really want to try to change anything.
Is it supposed to make my stomach feel a little weird?
It can if it's if you're not used to feeling, the energy doing what it's doing. But if you need me to, I can change it a little bit so that way it doesn't do that as so much.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I'm just making sure that was normal.
Yeah, that's normal. Okay. Okay. I want to check here. How's your head?
I noticed I started feeling warm.
Yeah, we were getting a little more intense there.
Excuse me?
I said we were getting a little more intense that time.
Oh yeah, it was definitely getting very warm, and I just realized the rigidity in my right hand is almost gone.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I got a lot of rigidity with my tremor in my right hand. I didn't realize that had gone away. I was sitting there checking the feeling of it. I was like, oh yeah, it's not as strong hand either. The rigidity's gone away.
Yeah, we love that. That's a great sign. Okay, so the headache, is it still a 5 or did it change?
My headache has definitely gotten better. It's definitely gotten better.
If it was a 5 before, how much improvement do you think there's been? 1 point, 2 point, 1.5, half a point.
Honestly, I'll give you 2. I'll give you 2 on the headache. My headache a lot better.
So it's the number is now 2, is that what you're saying? Or it's changed 2 points?
I'd probably get my head's at like 8.4 right now, and that is really good.
Okay.
I almost even 3.5. I'll give you 3. That's really good.
Okay, good. Well, headache, I'm sure I'm going to be able to get rid of. That's not a problem. I'm still doing
The rest of that's just left over from my neck.
Yeah, so let's talk about your neck. Is it still a 5 or did it change at all?
I actually started feeling pain in it while we were just being quiet. I was feeling pain in it. And then I started moving it around just now.
Sometimes while I'm working on someone's physical pain, there can be an increase in the pain and then it drops off. So just know if that's
what I'm sitting feeling. Yeah, no, I think it went down because I definitely felt an increase in pain during it, and
So if it was a 5 before, what would you guess it's at now?
we're talking about my neck.
Yeah, your neck, your cervical spine.
Yeah. You say go down to 5? What did you say?
It was a 5 before. Is it still a 5 or did it change?
I'd at least give it a half. I'd at least take it down a half.
So a 4.5.
Yeah.
Okay. How about the numbness in your hands?
So, yeah, no, that's gotten a lot better. That's gotten a whole lot better.
So if it was a 5 before in both, what would it be now?
So this is about as good as I'm used to getting. So, a 3, and this is what I'm used to. So.
Okay. And then right leg, still giving us nothing on this technique?
You want me to start feeling something in my leg that I've had no feeling in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no, I don't feel anything.
Good.
Pains in it, but I still feel pain.
Okay, how about mobility? Like if you tried to like bend it or move it or do something, because I know you said you were kind of slinging it before. So since you're going to get up and check your right hip anyway, check your leg and see how we go.
It's honestly, it's no different.
Good.
My hip feels better.
Good. I mean, obviously, we're making no difference on that using the same technique because I've been using the same thing. So that's okay with me. It just tells me that this technique isn't the one to fix that. But your hip feels better. What's your hip at?
It feels fine. So I'm in no pain right now. My hip is fine.
Your hip is a 0, is what you're saying.
Yes.
That's our first 0. Yay! First zero of all the issues. Yay, this is great. We're not far from the other ones either. So I'm going to break these down a little bit. I'm going to try to work on them kind of individually. We're going to see what happens, okay? All right. Tell me where your head pain is right now. Is it just because of the neck, or is it because it's just kind of that radiating? So they're kind of connected, is what you say?
Oh yeah, because it's it pushes on a nerve.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so give me a second. What'd you notice?
Oh, I felt you hitting it. I just felt pain in it, that's all.
Okay, good. Okay, I just want you to tell me, how's your head feeling as far as the neck? So your neck and your head, because I'm going to kind of work on this together. Does it feel any different from that?
Yes, actually.
Okay.
It does.
What's your headache at, and what's your neck at? So if there was 3.5 for the headache before.
Even the bulge in my neck is going down. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was doing an anti-inflammatory thing there, so that would make sense.
Yeah, because you get a massive bulge. It's going down. Wow.
Yeah. So your neck would be a 4.5 before. Is it still the same level of pain?
Oh no. Oh no.
What is it now?
Wow. Oh gosh. Oh my goodness, I almost want to cry. Like a 3? I'm not even used to this. Wow.
Good. And then how about your headache? If it was a 3.5 before, what is it now?
Oh no, that went hand in hand. Oh my goodness.
Good. So what would you say the number is for the headache? If it was
I'm like a 1 now.
Oh, good. We're almost there. That's what I want. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to keep working on this spot.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm crying.
Let it out. If you're crying, that's a good emotional release. So don't hold it back. You need to get those things out. Okay, so let me just keep going here. Okay, let's check it out. What are you noticing now?
Are you making my foot tingle?
Possibly. Possibly.
Because I can feel my phantom, I call it phantom pain, but my foot's tingling.
That's amazing. So as far as your headache, where's your headache at right now?
I just want to cry. I feel so much better.
Good.
It's almost non-existent compared to where I was.
Okay.
And I had the biggest bulge sticking out of my neck, and now it's nothing. It's just a tiny little bump, which is usually a huge knot. It was a huge knot.
Yeah. So
Wow.
if you were to rate your headache, would you say it's like a 1 still, or has it gone down at all?
My headache's gone.
Hey, look, our second 0 for today. Woo!
Yeah, no more headache. With the pressure, everything is gone.
Good. That's what we want. And then my question is now, how about the neck pain? What's the neck pain at right now?
I feel like I need to cancel my epidural.
I was giving you an energetic one, so yeah.
Well, that's a whole lot better than all the steroids they inject into me. Wow. A whole lot better, actually. This is probably the best I've felt in a long time.
Well, we love hearing that. That's especially good. By the way, anyone who's wondering how Bailey's doing, here he is. Here's Bay, and he's doing better.
Oh.
He's doing better. So he had several surgeries recently, and so people have been following along and figuring out how he's doing. So anyway, Jennifer, your neck pain.
Yes.
What is it right now? And be honest. Don't try to make me feel happy. Just be honest with whatever it is, because I need to do more work if it's still in pain.
Do you really think you can get rid of it? I mean, I'm supposed to see a neurosurgeon and have it, fused.
Well, I don't know how long it'll last, but this is the whole point of this first healing, is to get a baseline. What can we achieve?
Well, I feel like I'm already at a baseline. I'm happy. Oh my goodness. I haven't felt this much relief in a long time.
So if it was a 3 before, what would you call it now? Is it still a 3, or would you say it's gone down?
I call it like a 2. I call it a 2, and my doctors would be floored.
Well, we're gonna see. Hopefully, it sticks. That's the thing, because even if it does come back, which it can, even if it does come back, we're gonna see, does the baseline lower? Do we get it so that it's maybe, instead of being like a 7 like it was, it stays somewhere around a 4? Then we work on it again. See, can we get it even lower until we get it to going away? Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay,
Oh my
so let's do this. I'm going to keep working on that. I'm going to try to get that to a 0 if I can. Where's the remaining pain? Same spot?
Yeah, same spot.
Okay.
Yeah, same spot. It's got a nerve that runs right next to it. So.
Yep. Is it the right side or the left side that has more of the pain? Is it the right side, you said?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, give me a second. Okay, check that. How are we doing?
Good. Good. Yeah.
Still a 2?
Without surgery, yeah, it's still a 2. It's still a 2, but that horrible nerve pain that makes my scalp hurt isn't as bad, I guess.
Okay, good to know. And then, so it's still a 2, and that was with the needles.
But that's really good. You have no idea. I don't ever get to a 2.
Yeah. Doesn't mean I can't get it to go away, and I'm addicted to zeros, so. But I'm happy with the improvement we've made thus far. Anyway, let's check. I'm gonna leave that for 1 second, and I'm gonna want to check over here the. We're gonna work with your eye just right now. If you were to look at with your left eye again, what do you notice?
Like I said, I'm so not used to checking my eye, but this is probably the best I've ever seen out of my left eye. And I'm supposed to be blind in my left eye.
Mm-hmm. Did it change from any of the last time? Where it's like kind of like a 5 before? So before you were saying I can make out that there's words, but I can't quite make out what the words are.
Yeah, that's still about the same.
Okay. So I'm just.
I can definitely tell they're letters. I can't read them.
Okay, great, perfect. So
before it would just be a blur.
So I'm gonna work on that really quick. I just wanted to double check to see if there was any like extra healing that was happening, even though I was focusing on this other area, which sometimes happens. Okay, give me a second. Let me see what I can do here with the eye. Your left eye, right?
Yes, my left eye.
Okay. Go ahead and close your eyes for me.
I have been, yeah.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Okay, we need to check that. Go ahead and open.
No way. I can see that there's letters. I can't read it, but I can definitely see that there's letters. That's crazy.
Did it change at all from the last time, or would you say it's about the same?
Oh no, it definitely changed. No, I can tell that there's actual letters. I can't read them, but no, I can tell that they're actual words. I can see the breaking between words. It's not just a blur.
Okay.
It's crazy.
So it's would you say it's a 4 now?
Yeah, I guess so. I can't remember what number I was. But
It was a 5 before. So would you say it moved a point, or would you say it moved half a point?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely a point better.
Give me a second.
It's crazy. Wow.
By the way, I should probably ask you, Jennifer, do they know exactly why that eye can't see?
It happened because I had a fever of 105.
Got it. So it's like damage to it.
Yeah, and it damaged the nerve and that damaged my leg. That's when all the damage happened. Was
Got it.
from the
So this is a nerve issue, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you. Okay. Can you check that, Jennifer, for me?
Yeah, I can see him. My husband came in here.
Oh, I know. I got it. I knew exactly what was going on. Knew exactly what was happening there. It's all good. Did you notice any difference there?
Yes, I can actually make out words. That's pretty good.
Point? Is it a point change or is it fully a full point or half a point?
Well, I still can't read, so so I don't know where you'd want to put it. It's definitely gotten better. It's clear, but I can't read.
Okay, so now we just need to get the reading to happen. So give me a second. I'm going to leave it at the same thing because it sounds like. So I want you to take note of how clear it is right now. Okay, I want you to take note of how clear it is right now. Okay, so that's going to be your baseline. We're going to see, can we change it at all to improve it even further? So just remember what it's like now. When you have that, let me know.
Yeah, I've been basing it off the same blanket in front of me. Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to try a few different things. What I want you to do is maybe actually look at the blanket that you're reading.
I keep closing my eyes every time. Okay.
Which is good. I wanted you to do that before. But now we're going to experiment. And if you start noticing anything becoming clearer as I try these different things, I want you to say something, okay?
Okay.
Okay, that was one. No change, yeah?
No.
Okay,
sorry.
good. No, don't apologize. I'm experimenting right now, so that was number one. Okay, I'm going to see this other one. Give me a second. Okay, blink a few times for me and then just tell me, do you notice any difference on number 2?
No.
Okay, don't worry. I'm going to try number 3 because this is me testing different things out on here. Let me try this. Okay, check that. Any difference?
No.
Okay, we're going to leave the eye then because I think it's the amount I'm going to be able to get on that. Let's check. So we got 4 there.
That's good though. I mean, I can
Yeah, I mean,
see that.
improvement is all that's is really good. But I am addicted to zeros. So let's talk about your numbness in your hands.
That's like well, you don't like a 3, but I mean a 3 is like perfect for me.
Okay. Well, we're gonna try this here. Give me a second. So you're not holding your phone now, right?
Yeah, I am.
Put your phone down. Put your phone down.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Okay. I need to check your hands for me. Are they still a 3?
I noticed that my tremor isn't as bad and my rigidity is a whole lot better. I like as if I'm almost gone on my right hand, and my tremor's a whole lot better. No, yeah, I guess it's gotten a bit better. I'm not used to that. It's weird. So, but I did notice a big part in the rigidity and my tremor in my right hand. That's really eased off a lot.
Good. And then how about the number? Is it still a 3 or would you say it's 2.5, 275?
I'll take it to 2. I'll even take it to a 2. I'll even take it to a 2. That's pretty good. I'd be able to feel everything and they're not tingling really bad. So that's good.
Okay. I'm gonna try this thing. Let me see if I can do anything with that leg if I just focus on it. We're gonna see. We're gonna see.
It's been dead for so long. That'd be wild. So
That would be wild. And you know what? I like wild. So let me see. And you know, if it doesn't, that's okay too. But I just want to see because obviously you're feeling a lot better than you were when you first got here, right?
Oh yeah, I almost want to cry.
Yeah. So good. Um, okay, so let's see here. And so the nerve damage that happened to your leg was from the fever, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and a fall too.
And
A
the
fever and a fall.
Okay.
I had a seizure at the top of the stairs. I went down the stairs.
Okay.
So it was a combo of two things. That's what I did in my neck.
Okay.
There was a whole lot of nerve damage, basically.
Yep.
You're making my foot tingle. Whatever. If I could move my toes, that'd be crazy. No. Ooh, feel something in my lower back.
That makes sense. Okay. I need to check. Look at them toes.
I can't wiggle the toes.
I
was trying.
I was hoping that you would.
You got my foot tingling, so I did. I was like, "Can I move my toes?" I tried, and I can't.
Yeah. Okay. Do me a favor. Have a walk around.
My hip sure feels better. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I still throw my foot around.
Yep, that's okay. That's okay. So, okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave you there because I think we got to pretty much everything I could do. So we got our hands to twos.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Bless you so much. Thank you. I was literally just at my wits' end. I didn't think I was going to get any sleep tonight.
Well, hopefully you get some sleep. What I want you to do is I want you to observe. So what you're going to do right after you get off here with me, you're going to send me a message and you're going to say, hey, I'm the person that you worked on. And then that way I don't have to hunt you down to try to follow up with you. But it looks like, we started off with a headache that was at a 7 is now a 0. We had the left eyesight where was just blurry up to a 7, now a 4. The pain in your neck was a 7, it's now a 2. Plus you said that the size of the lump was going down. The hands were at 9s and they're now at 2, which is insane. Right leg, then the long-term neuropathy was not able to do much there, but you did say you felt a little tingle, and I'll live with a little tingle. And then your right hip pain went away. So I think we made some progress.
Oh, we made a lot of progress, so I'm happy. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Thank you.
So I'm going to give you kind of the follow-up information. Essentially, what can happen is that we can sometimes have a little bit of a flare-up that happens as we heal. So think about it like this. When you do like a detox and like you feel like shit before you feel better?
Is that why my tummy's feeling like I really gotta go to the bathroom this whole time?
Maybe, but what we're gonna see is if it starts to feel a little shitty in the next like day or two, just know what usually happens is it might spike a little and then go back down. So we'll see.
Mornings are usually really rough to be
good. So then that's going to be a great way for us to determine like what kind of progress we made, how you feel tomorrow morning, which hopefully you'll feel better than you did tonight.
Okay, so I should feel better tomorrow morning then.
In theory, hopefully, yes, you would still feel good. If it's sticking, it should stick, for the next 24 hours. That's the hope, at least, right? So that's why we can't really tell until 24 hours, like how well we did as far as healing goes. Because like I said, I can get rid of pain, I can get rid of inflammation, I can do all that stuff. But what is needed is time to see, okay, what have we actually been able to accomplish here? And then what will happen is you'll report back to me in 24 hours and tell me how you're doing. And then after that, I'll direct you. So either I'll have you wait another 3 days. Let's say you're still feeling really good. I'll have you wait another 3 days. Otherwise, I might decide to, it just depends on what I'm hearing from you. I might decide to see you again sooner than that. Or I might wait and just say, okay, let's see if this is a healing journey. Is this going to take a little bit of time? Just to see what's landing. So essentially, just get back to me in 24 hours. I'll give you the next steps right after that, okay?
Thank you so much. Bless you, bless you, bless you, everybody who's sending me all your healing energies and love. Just thank you so much. Thank you for calling on me. I needed this so badly today. I'm going to cry, so I've been holding back my tears this whole time. So just bless you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I needed this so bad today. You have no idea. I feel so much better. Thank you so much. Bless you.
You're so welcome, Jennifer. And I'm just happy that you're feeling better than you were when I found you. And my hope is that we will keep in touch and you'll message me right after this so that we can see if we can continue to get some improvement, okay?
I will. Thank you so much.
Awesome,
Thank
Jennifer.
You. Bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Take care, okay?
I will. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Ooh, now that was a long one. And that was a long one because she had a lot of things and I had to kind of break it down into these little smaller parts. I tried to get as much done with my healing with those sort of overall ones that were knocking everything down altogether. But sometimes I need to be a little more specific and that's what ends up taking more time. So that's always kind of the trickier thing is it takes a little bit of time when I have to kind of break down each thing. But hey, I mean, she had eyesight improvement, and that's a pretty cool one for me. I always like being able to improve the eyesight, so that's pretty cool. And then her headache went away. She felt the bulging of the swelling going down. The numbness went from 9 to 2. We would call that a marked difference in that. And yeah, I wish I could have done something for that leg, but I don't know. I might have to work on it over time and maybe something will happen. I don't know. Might be too damaged, but I believe that the body's capable of healing itself from all kinds of things. And so, I think that that's possible. Right. So I am going to do a message. I'm going to do one, just because that did take a lot of time, and I don't want to give a message if it's not good. So I'm going to do one because I do feel kind of sensitive now after working in the energy quite a bit. What's the date though? Because I need to be writing that down. September 30th. Okay. Does it make me tired to heal people? No. Only my focus gets tired. So after a while, my focus goes, and if my focus goes, then don't worry about it, Jennifer. This is the free time for people to work, and you needed it, right? I think everybody in this chat can agree that of all people here right now, you probably needed that more than pretty much anyone here. So I think you don't have to say sorry for taking up so much time. So yeah. So yeah, it doesn't make me tired. I can feel when my focus starts to go though. So your focus, my focus only lasts so much time, and that's a key component to making this work, is my ability to focus in on what it is that I'm trying to experience. Miss Mommy Miller, you're not seeing the chat because it's the chat that I'm responding to is either in my I'm using StreamYard, so I'm seeing all the chat talking, and I'm also on TikTok separately on my phone. So that's why you're not seeing the thing. But yeah, I'm glad you were able to watch that healing. Because that's a more difficult one. I mean, there's a lot of them that I've done that are very quick, very easy, kind of just happen, all of that. So, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do a message, and it's going to be, what's it called? Spirit led. So, all you have to do is to let me, I'm going to tell you how it's going to work. Okay, so if you're interested in getting a message, you have to just listen. I'm going to leave it to the spirit world to determine who it's going to be for. So if you understand the information, you're going to put a heart in the chat when I ask. So I don't want you to do it until I ask. And yeah, so I'm going to describe who I feel coming forward. If you can, so just listen until I check in. Try to keep the chat clear when I'm doing that. If you're in TikTok, if you're on the other platforms, don't worry about it. You guys are, there's not a lot of people in those rooms, so you're good. But yeah, I'm going to make a link. Now, what I will say is, please don't ever put anything in the chat about who you want to hear from, because scammers will make a profile that looks and has my photos and has a name that looks very similar to mine, and then they're going to message you and offer you a reading and say, I'm feeling drawn to you. They might say Grand Rising, dear one, they might say all this kind of shit. And they're going to try to scam you, and you're going to think it's me, and then you're going to be really sad when you find out that you gave them money and it wasn't me. I will never, ever, 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 ever message you to give you a reading, ever. The only way that you can get a reading with me where you're going to exchange money is through my website. So you would have to go into my website and you would have to book a reading there. I will never message you for that, ever. So now that was my disclaimer. So if any one of you gets scammed, I'm sorry you got scammed. I tried to warn you. So don't put any information about who you want to hear from in the chat. And yeah, the only way you can book with me is through my website, and I'll never send you a message. And the only way you can go to that is mediummichaelmayo.com. Okay, that's really, really important. All that's very important. Okay, so I'm going to start to become sensitive. I'm going to see who's coming forward. If you can understand the information, when I ask, you'll put a heart in the chat, whether it's on any of the platforms. You can just put a heart in the chat, and then we'll break it down into who this is for as time goes on. What else? What else do I need to say? I may not have any idea what I'm talking about. As long as you understand it, that's what's important. Hi, Jamesy. Welcome. Hi, Patty. Good to see you. Yeah. So I'm going to start to become aware. So again, hold your hearts until you can tap the screen. That's totally allowed. You're allowed to tap the screen and if you're on TikTok and give me hearts that way. But what I mean is hearts actually in the chat if you can understand the information. Okay. So give me a couple minutes because I haven't really sat today, so I don't know how long it's going to take me to become sensitive. So give me a second. Okay, I do have a gentleman coming forward. I'm just going to relax into him just a little bit to start to notice who he is. Okay, so this gentleman does feel older to me. He looks as though he could have easily been in his 70s, though that's not the actual age that I'm getting, but the look of him, he could have easily been in his 70s, maybe a little bit older. The interesting thing about him is he's coming forward almost as if he might have looked younger than he actually was. His skin feels to me as though it might even be a little bit darker in complexion. It feels like he's a little bit of stubble, but he would have tried to maintain that. He also makes me aware, too, with him, he feels to me almost gentle, kind of a sweeter man, is the feeling that I get here. He feels a little bit more on the quiet side, a little more pensive as I feel him, but very genuine. What I can feel from him very strongly is this really strong love uh, for for his family. I definitely feel I have a daughter. I know I have a daughter, and I also know that I have a wife. And I feel as though I need to say, um, he's referencing his wife. His wife, I feel, almost has this like really dark hair. Or she would have had really dark hair, and he's really highlighting her hair. Almost as if this would have been something that. He really appreciated about her, especially when she was younger, is the feeling because he's showing me her a lot younger than he's showing me him, which is interesting. And I feel as though the daughter would actually have a similar look to the mom. I feel that's important to say. He feels to me, I almost want to say he spoke another language because as I feel him, he feels to me as though he can speak English, but it doesn't feel to me like that's his first language. It feels to me as though he would have known another one. And I'm not quite yet clear where I want to be with that language just yet. There's a little bit of me that wants to go like Mediterranean, but maybe even a little more east. There's a chance it could even be a little bit of Middle Eastern. I'm not sure though. Don't quote me on that. If you can't take that part, that's okay. But I do want to say he definitely spoke another language. I can feel from him too. Um, he had like a quiet. He has like a quiet intelligence. Like I feel like I can turn to him and he'll give me sound advice. And I know that he would have had to really build everything that he had. And there would have been a time period too where he would have had to take care of his siblings, is what I can feel. I know he had a sister. I know he has a brother um, that are also there. Um, I don't mean there as in spirit, but I know that he would have had to take care of. And I feel as though I want to say one of his brothers would have passed young before him, is the feeling that I get here. As I feel him, the illness that I feel took him feels a little bit more progressive because I do feel like he lives like a good long life. Um, and I want to say that it would have been somewhere in his either late 70s or early 80s, where I would feel that his illness would have started to impact him. I don't feel like he was a big man, because as I see him, he doesn't seem very tall. I almost want to say he's somewhere in like the 5'7", 5'8", maybe something like that. But he's kind of a smaller guy, very kind, very sweet, and I feel as though there would have been some sort of traditional values that he would have had culturally, but he would have wanted for his kids to be freer, I guess. And as I'm aware of his kids, I can't tell if that's three or two. It may mean that that's two of one gender and one of the other. But I feel there's a particular closeness to one of his daughters. That's what I feel from him. So what I would love is for you to, if you can understand 100% of that information, please put a heart in the chat. You have to be able to take 100% of it. The only thing that you can kind of maybe take, not take, is if he was Mediterranean or Middle Eastern. That's the only one that I want. So you have to be able to take 100% of that, minus the Middle Eastern part. My feeling is that he did speak another language as his main, as another language. So that feels very important to say. Alexis, you put a heart in the chat. Are you able to take 100% of that? Gia, are you able to take 100% of that? Okay. No, there definitely feels to me as though there was a second language here. So if you can understand 100%, Alexis says you're not sure about his siblings. That's okay. You just don't know. That's fine. But does the rest of the information make sense for you, Gia? Does that make sense for you? So you don't give me any information, Gia. Just let me know, does that make sense to you? Could you take 100% of what I said? Does 100% of what I just said apply to your father? And then Alexis, is that the only thing you can't take, or is there any other things about that you can, are you able to take any more of that? So everything else made sense for you, Gia, okay? Because I will go over all the information and I will be double checking, just so you guys know. Yes, but not sure about the quiet part, as I didn't know him. Okay, Alexis, keep listening. I'm gonna bring up Gia and we're gonna see what happens. Okay, because I'm not gonna say yet. Hold on, let me grab this. I'm gonna put this in the chat for my people who are in the StreamYard situation. So Gia, if you want to click this and join the live. We're just waiting for Gia to come up, guys. So just bear with me while we're waiting. That's the joys of doing this through these other ways. Takes a little bit for it to all catch up. So we're just waiting. So Gia, if you can click the link, hopefully you can come into the live here. Then I'll bring you up and then we can do that. You love it when I sing. Yeah, I can't help myself. I can't help myself to sing. I'm just going to check in with you, Gia. How are we coming along with that link? If you're having any issues, do let me know so I can try to help you come on the live. How connected am I while I wait? Good question. I can feel he's present. He's patiently waiting right there, but I don't like it. Doesn't feel. Why are you not able to join in, Gia? Is the link not working, or are you saying you can't join the live for some reason? Does the spirit sit and wait while you're waiting, or like in a waiting room? There it goes. See, you're able to do it. See, you could do it. Okay, here we go. You don't have to have your camera on if you don't want to, but you're welcome to if you want to, Gia. It's up to you. Okay.
With the camera on?
It doesn't make a difference to me. So it's whatever you want.
Okay, I just don't know how to turn it off then. Okay.
Hi, Gia. How are you?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing well. So you're able to take this information?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to go over it, and if you can just say yes to the pieces of information as I give it, and then we'll go from there, okay?
Okay.
Can you understand this as father?
Mm-hmm.
And you can also understand that he would have passed of an illness that would have taken to the other side, and he would have lived, I want to say he would have lived into his 80s. Would that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, great. And would you also understand that it would have been a progressive illness? It's something that he would have actually had to deal with for quite a while?
He had one, but it was like
shorter. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's okay. But I can definitely feel this illness. I don't know if you had other things, but can you understand that sort of sweeter, quieter nature, not like boisterous or like in your face? Can you understand that? Or
Yeah.
there was a little bit more reserved quality to him?
Mm-hmm.
Can you also understand too that he would have had to at some point, look after his siblings, or there would have been a connection to another country, and there would have been a couple of siblings. Does that make sense to you? Okay, great. And you can also understand too, I think I want to say that there's 3 kids, but I'm not 100%. Would you have 2 siblings?
Total 3. Yes.
Total 3. Perfect.
Yeah.
Because I do feel that. And I feel he's particularly close to one of them. And it feels like a daughter. Is that you?
Yes.
Okay, fabulous. Okay, Gina. So I do feel like I'm with you. So I'm gonna just let him kind of step forward here again and draw closer to me. The thing that I can really feel with him, the things he's highlighting is your desire to support him and your desire to like take care of him, especially near the end. That feels really, really important to mention because he feels really, really grateful. Would that make sense? That you would have either played a role in some way in his care?
I was close to him. Yes, correct.
Okay, but can you understand that there would have been either you having to go see him near the end or something like that, where you would have either had to look after him or you were there for him near the end?
When he died, we had a tradition in my country, and I was the only one that was very close to that end. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then would it also make sense to you, and you would understand having to travel for this, does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Can you also understand he's bringing up a sister of his? Would it make sense that he would have had a sister?
Yes.
Because as he brings up his sister, I feel as though I need to say either that there was, hold on, let me just get this straight. I almost want to say that she's still here, but I'm not 100% on that. Would that make sense? She's still here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because the feeling that I get here from him is that he's wanting to look after her because she's quite getting on in her, and she's starting to show some signs of health things. Does that make sense to you?
Unfortunately, we just don't communicate with them any longer.
Yeah, okay. Because I just can feel that concern there. Would it also make sense here too? Hold on, let me just get him just a little bit clearer. 1 second. Can you understand? Would there have been more than one partner in his life? Because I feel as though I want to talk about more than one partner. So I feel like I would have had like your grandmother as a partner, but then I feel there's another one. Does that make sense to you?
When you say partner, like if he had another wife?
Yeah, like another significant relationship in his life that you know of?
Like if he was cheating?
No, not like cheating, but more so like that there would have been one that we knew of. Because the feeling that I get here is that
His
there would have
mom.
been. Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like that. It feels more like a romantic relationship. Do you know if before your grandmother there was another person that he like had a strong emotional connection to? Because when he
Yeah,
makes it through his
grand.
life, I feel like there's
Yeah,
two strong women. And I feel like with your grandmother, that would have been the one that was super long. Does that make
exactly.
sense to you?
So grandma's mom.
Okay.
That's where he was raised.
Okay, hold on. Because what I'm feeling is it's not that it's just like a family member. It feels like it's a romantic relationship. So do you know that there was a romantic relationship before your grandmother?
No. This
Not
is
that
my
you're aware.
dad, right? The one that we're talking about is my
I'm
dad.
sorry, not your grandmother. Before your mother, that there was a significant relationship before her.
Significant relationship before her, I have no idea. Probably my grandma.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay. I know I was saying grandmother, but what I meant to say is a significant partnership. Okay, so if you don't know, is this something you could ask your mom?
I know that he had something with someone.
Okay, perfect. That's really what I need to know. Thank you,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I can feel that that's what I needed to get
Yeah.
validated. Would you also understand too that with him and your mom that there would have been either having to I don't know if this is her looking after him quite a bit. It almost feels as though that your mom, would have had to have been kind of very involved in that. But for some reason, every time I look at your mom in this scenario, I see her going back and forth. So I almost feel as though your mom is either visiting and going somewhere else, or she's kind of has this back and forth where there's like some sort of travel involved. Does that make sense to you?
100%. Because we were in Peru and we were in another living in a very small city and he got promoted, so she had to travel a lot to find things.
Perfect. Okay,
Yeah.
because I just can feel this back and forth within their relationship of her having to kind of like go there, come back, go there, come back, go there, come back.
We moved there, yes.
Perfect. Okay. And then can you also understand that there would have been, I don't know if this was a time period where you would have moved away and come here, but for some reason I feel as though that's for family as well, that there would have been you coming, I guess, to the United States. Does that make sense for family?
Family first and then to finally move there when I was 17. Yes.
Okay, because I can feel that there. And for some reason, I want to talk about significant other or something like that. That feels important as like a reason to be here. Does that make sense to you?
For me,
Yeah.
no, because I was 17.
Okay. But would it make sense that now that there's family or that there's some sort of like relationship there?
Right now, I just
Yeah.
with.
You say you just broke up?
Yes.
Okay. I think that's why he's bringing this up is because he's wanting to make reference to a significant relationship. Because the feeling that I get here is he was trying to talk about you being here in the United States and you having a significant other. And clearly, obviously, you're saying that he broke up with her, or that you broke up with him.
Yeah.
That's what he wants to reference. Because I feel as though that he's wanting to come forward to kind of give you some comfort and reassurance around
Okay.
that. Because the feeling that I get here is that he was saying there was sort of you trying to get him to listen and to hear you and to like get you to actually get him to actually, I don't know if this is like put in the right effort or the right energy.
Yeah.
And yeah, because it feels to me as though you were like, I'm sick of this. And that's why you ended up ending that. Because it feels like you guys would have been, I don't know if this is like 2 years or something like that, but I feel like there's this association with him where it's kind of like on, off, on, off, on, off. Can you understand the on, off energy to this?
We exactly. You're absolutely on point. So,
Yeah.
I actually not that long ago, I broke up with him at least 3 times,
Yeah.
and he was living in Ventura. I'm living in Inland Empire, so there was a little bit of different timing. But
Yeah.
then when I was with him last weekend, I find out that he had been talking to other women.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was a lot of that. And I actually dream of my dad yesterday night.
Yeah.
Never dream of him, and all of a sudden he's making this happen with you.
Yeah. So my feeling is that's why he's wanting to come forward because he's making me feel this feeling of like you deserve better. He's making me feel this like um you don't want to be with someone that makes those kinds of mistakes is the thing that he's saying because I feel as though this is for some reason something he understood as is maybe kind of not full of always being the most forthcoming about these kinds of things. Does that make sense to you, Gia, without me
Yeah,
kind of being explicit?
yeah, yes,
Because I feel as though he's kind of saying, don't follow that and to really listen because like he's showing me you really standing up like for yourself.
yes,
And that's a really important thing for you to be doing. And the other thing he's making me feel he's really wanting to show you like as he's kind of giving me this next impression, I feel as though I need to say that there's these two other options coming up for you anyway. So you don't need to be worrying about, did I make the right choice? Was this the right thing? Because he does come back, the guy that you were just talking about. I can feel that happening as well, is that he's trying to kind of reach back out to you to make it better. And you're like, nah. and I want to just encourage you that like, the fact that you kind of made this choice for you,
mhm,
your dad is making me feel like that person's not ready for what you're ready for, if that makes sense.
yes,
And he's making me aware that you're going to have to kind of stand on your own 2 feet. That's what he keeps showing me as an image. It's like you kind of standing there and like arms on your like, no, I'm standing up for myself. Does that make sense to you, Jim?
mhm. Crazy because I blocked him at least 3 times, and he sends me letters to my house. He
Yeah.
finds come back and really sweet my ears. And this time I was just like praying, just stay away and
Mhm.
right. And sometimes as women, you kind of people. I'm so empathetic that you just sometimes you think people can change, but it
Yeah,
doesn't feel like that.
absolutely. Would you also be able to understand? Let me just see here. Hold on, I'm just going to get another check in here. I feel as though your dad wants to make reference to your mom, though. I'm just trying to see why he's wanting to make reference to her. Would it make sense that mom? Hold on, let me just see here. I don't know. For some reason, I keep feeling him like bringing mom close. He keeps putting his arm out like this, and I keep feeling him wanting to bring her in close. Would it make sense to you that there would have been a time where he would have had to get like forgiveness from mom? Would that
Yes.
make sense to you? Because I feel as though there's this like sympathetic thing of like asking for forgiveness, but this feels like something that's already happened.
Yeah.
This doesn't feel like something he's saying right now. He's referencing like a story. Um, and then as he does that, he points to you, and he doesn't want you to be that. He doesn't want you in that situation. Does that make sense?
Like asking for
He doesn't want you to be in a situation where your partner has to ask for that kind of forgiveness.
God.
Does that make sense? So I can feel that very, very much there for you. Give me a second.
Wow.
Um, Let me just see here. Would it make sense that within the dream that there was something where you almost didn't hear him right, or you didn't get what he was saying, or something along those lines? Because as he's talking here, he's trying to fill in the blank a little bit. He's trying to say, what I want you to know is, hold on. What I want you to know is, like, don't make that mistake, essentially. Don't make the same mistake, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah, Michael, if I may share really quick, not to give too much information, but never dream of my dad like this. He was in a house, in a room, and my mom was like, "Go upstairs, your dad is there laying down," and he was dead. But then, in between his lips, he's like trying to say something, and I'm not able to catch what he's
Yeah.
saying. I woke up crying, like, what's going on? What is this supposed to mean? So, and I even just like thinking about it the whole day. This is happening right now, so it makes total sense. Like, I just couldn't understand what he was. I don't know if he was worried or
Yeah.
I felt like he was absolutely worried.
Yeah, it's that he wanted to try to get a message to you to encourage you to trust yourself in this process, and knowing that there are other options there for you, and that you don't have to settle for this, because he doesn't want you in the same situation that happened in his own life where there was some mistakes made, and so he's trying to kind of basically protect you from
Getting hurt.
this. So he's trying to support you to move you forward, in this. So, Gia, if that's okay with you, I'm going to go ahead and leave it there and leave him there with your love. But I can feel that that's what he wanted to bring forward, and to share that with you today. Okay.
Michael, I'm your biggest. I Jennifer Rose, and like you've been in her show sometimes, and absolutely, thank you so much. The last time I reached out to you, you were not taking any clients, but I don't know if you are, but I definitely will reach out for more personal. Thank you so very much.
Of course, absolutely, yeah. And just remember, you can only do that through my website. Which, yes, there are open sessions right now. So if you ever want to do that, you're welcome to join there. Only through my website. No, I'll never message you. Okay.
What an honor. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gia. Have a good night.
Too.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Okie dokie artichokes. Thanks, Lexi. I appreciate that. Someone asked, do I ever get names? I absolutely get names. I get names all the time. But sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. What often will make that happen less is if someone tells me a name. So like in this instance, Gia had mentioned in the chat her father's name. And so therefore it makes me too aware of names, and it makes my brain come in. And so I kind of like can't get them at that point. So it's because I start thinking too much about names. So yeah, that. So yes, but I very often get names in readings, for sure. Okay, so yeah, so you guys got to see some healing today, and on a pretty severe situation. And thanks for asking, Mary. I am doing pretty good. So you guys got to see some really great healing work, which was exciting. And then you got to see a little message. It was a short one. So hopefully you enjoyed that. If you're not already following me, do give me a follow, because I go live every Monday and I do free readings. If you do want to book a reading with me, though, you can do so at mediummichaelmayo.com. And then it's a book now button or something like that that you can click. If you are interested in developing your mediumship, I do have some open spots for mentoring in October. So we're about to be in October. So send me an email either through my website, mediummichaelmayo.com, or you can send it to me, mediummichaelmayo@gmail.com. And so I want you to go ahead and message me if you're looking to develop your mediumship. Whether you have some experience or no experience, you can reach out to me there, and we can work together this month. So I have some spots open for beginning and intermediate, and beginner intermediate spots. So reach out to me. Let me know if you want to work together. Also, I have a book, Spirit Speaks. You can get it on Amazon or llewellyn.com if you're interested. And yeah, the prices are for everything I do are on my website. So whether it's readings or mentoring, it's all on my website. So yeah, that's me today, guys. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there just because I need to eat. And yeah, I feel complete with tonight's live. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And let me know if you want to work together. Awesome. Thank you, everybody. Also, oh yes, thanks for the reminder, Janelle. If you go to my website and you're like, oof, that's a lot of money, Michael. I don't really want to pay that for you to connect with my loved one. Do know that we do have some amazing developing mediums through oakbridgeinstitute.org, which is my online school, that do $35 readings, 30-minute readings, and they are really good. So, I mean, all the reviews coming back are like, oh my God, they're so amazing. 5 stars, 5 stars. So my students are doing incredibly well. We've been working together for 2 years, and they're now ready to work with the public. And so you would be helping them. And it's a very affordable way to get a really quality medium that you know are going to be ethical and have an understanding of how to do this. So you can do that at oakbridgeinstitute.org, and there's a button that says book a reading. And there are advancing students. All right. So I hope everybody enjoyed tonight's live, and I look forward to working with you all again soon. All right. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next time.